Some of you need to start telling the truth for once.
That's who I've just seen in Radcliffe Asda of all places.
Some of you need to be honest on the internet. Don't just try and do things for your 5 seconds.
Paul nonce breath breathe.
Paul, are you noncing in our town?
In front of the camera, your 5 minutes of fame, your oh, I'm so popular.
What are you saying? Yeah, do you remember me? Well, no, you wouldn't know.
Try telling the truth. It's only a tiny, insignificant falsehood of what I said.
I have a little crush, and he goes by the name of Paul Breach, a name we haven't heard for a long time on this channel. And it also kind of scares me, the fact that I'm even watching him again. In comparison, Paul Hine. Who is he? I'm gonna give you an example.
Eventually, we found a new variant of, well, we've just found a new variant of Trevi. Look, this is white Trevi. Now, the PPE equipment I have here is an upgrade of the red PPE variant Trevi. Look.
What the? I thought today that we will have a pull off. Paul Breach versus Paul Hine. I will have a tally up in the left corner, notifying you when I have taken a side, and we will tally them up at the end, and we will see who is the greatest Paul.
This is my 156 white. We met in sector 6423246.2462/.24.2/.24.2/.1 many centuries ago, and we were actually married aboard the Warcraft. So there was a service carried out on the Warcraft for me and her, and obviously we got married there.
So that was a thrilling story of how he met his wife on a Warcraft. What Warcraft? I don't know. It's this guy's fantasy, okay? I love it so far. I am a conspiracist also. So if I was to show a Paul Breach video, first of all, I would like you to get your Jesus cross out, get some holy water, and prepare yourself. Let's get into a Paul Breach video. It's almost as if Simon Pegg lost his acting job, and dressing up in women's clothes could sometimes be a cheaper alternative to life. In your Middle Ages, I can imagine it gets a little bit rough. Become your lover, am I right? Anyway, in compared to Paul Hine, it's almost as if we're having like a weird off. I mean, fully entitled to dress how you want, but those knees, Jesus fucking Christ, cover those knees. Let's hear more about Paul Hine's wife and how they harvested.
She lived with me in the quarters on the Warcraft. So what she is holding there, she has just produced this for me. This is a Gabaka 9 dish. And this is my favourite dish. You know, when I've been warping for many centuries, I come back to the quarters that she lives in as well. And she has this ready for me. She spends most of her time making this dish, which it does take many centuries. And it's the ingredients. The ingredients are so hard to source. Usually you get the ingredients from sectors that we visit. Sometimes these sectors don't have the correct ingredients.
She's a good cook. She likes to source her ingredients ethically. We'll hear more about Glob's wife in a second. Let's go back to Paul Breach. Just like leaking battery acid, I'm smelling fumes. Let's go back to the spacecraft wife.
But when all the ingredients are in this dish, it's my favourite dish in the entire universe. It's always nice to eat after many centuries of being in the Warcraft. It makes you feel better, gives you energy back.
That's an example of Glob's wife. I don't know Paul Breach's relationship with women or men, whatever he's into. Who knows if Paul Breach's partner is on a spacecraft? We just do not know. Fortunately, I think Paul Hine wins this because we've got a little bit of a love arc going on. Goodness knows what the next TikTok is I'm going to watch, but because I love fair use, we can watch any of them. SS Sniper Wolf style.
I went to the fridge to get a snack and, you weren't there.
Thea Baker took a turn. So unfortunately, with a lot of Paul Breach videos, that most of them are using copyrighted sounds, so YouTube will castrate me otherwise. Let's watch a couple more Paul Breach to remind us how bad of a human he is. Something against the Geneva Convention, I don't know. So what is it? Is it a transition or a transformation or something he thought he might do one night and then actually favored it and kept doing it? Either way, I think a top like that is cheaper than a top like this. Yeah, I don't know either. That bit of a touch and go, bit of I'm in the dark. Oh, it's hard kind of moment. Let's go back to normality with Paul Hine.
Lightboat, turn over the disc. Access the stairway from in the mist. Lightboat, boat, turn over the disc, access the stairway in the mist. Even if the quadrant doesn't care, the sector managers in the pay.
Fuck me, bro. You're giving Incy Wincy Spider a run for its money. The hair rollers, the Foster's can. It's everything.
More energy, more energy, more energy. Boop. 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 More energy, more energy, more energy.
There are yoga classes for this, Paul Breach. Also, I got a compliment on what he's wearing. Everything is probably from Pull and Bear. At least he knows how to dress himself. I somewhat admire Paul Breach for his ability to just not give a fuck. And that's rare. For people to just be like, I don't care. Right? Views equal money. But that does mean you can have freedom to, I guess, do this. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's the TV license, man. No, I'm watching nothing. Let's go back to child-themed tunes with Paul Hind.
Staircase, staircase, turn up the quadrant. Even the quadrant doesn't care. The quadrant in the mist, the quadrant in the mist. Even the staircase doesn't care. We know the walk commander is the best. We don't care about the quadrant. We don't.
I'm not even trying to be funny. This is me after about 2 cans of Foster and I start stimming. Maybe when I'm middle-aged, I will strap a Foster's and some hair curlers to my hair using sellotape I found in the drawer and start going beep, 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 beep. Because either way, I love microwaves and I love sounding like one. I say this in a lot of my videos where I do a comparison video. For example, I did a K versus Candy video and I needed one of them to be my realization. Because I am so desensitized to men like Paul. The other Paul. I'm so used to it. And then when I go back to Paul Hind, I'm like, yeah, do you know what? That's just me too, like us down. So I need a D-stim. That's what I need. Anyway, let's go back to overstimulation. I feel like this was the TikTok that did it all. I apologize, there's no music, but I'll try and replace it with something similar. This is the one that I saw. That for a while, I was, you know, Paul Breach wasn't in my life for the longest time. And then all of a sudden he was. And this was the TikTok. Oh my, how tall are you, Paul? Those lovely long legs of yours with the football socks. Is that to keep your calves not swelling up? I don't. Either way. Okay, so that was lovely long legs you see beyond the eyes. Let's go back to Foster's.
You're probably wondering what Trevilock PPE looks like. I mean, it only applies to the green and red variant Trevilocks because they are the only ones that are harmful. You don't need PPE with other variants of Trevilock. Certainly not the blue.
That's gotta fucking hurt. You're recycling on your head. Who consumes that much Yazoo? Put in the comments down below if you drink this much Yazoo. And arguably the best flavor of Pringles.
This unit here is an emergency communications unit. So if all other units fail, comm units fails, communication units fail. This is a backup unit to make sure.
That's literally what I tell the police officer when he pulls me over. Officer, it's communications with an oxygen modifier with everything, okay? I need it to breathe. And then he just writes me up a ticket. And then I get sent to jail and bummed. We are at a crossroads. Like, if you're unaware of Paul Breach, and I don't know how you are, I'm quite jealous of you. He does the most principally short videos for TikTok, whether it's copying a sound or doing a little dance. So hey, whatever pays the bills. And that's all he does, really. So it's hard to find him talking. But when he talks, well, that's where he shines. Let's just say that. He goes from luscious long legs to fucking hell.
Do you remember? Before the Euros, there was a that nobody knows, and you know what? He didn't go. Now he's feeling like Joachim Low. His name was Jack Grealish. His name was Jack Grealish. Oh, he's my bub. Oh, he's my boo 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 boo. Oh, he's my bub. Oh, he's my boo boo boo.
What is the marketing decision behind his videos? I don't know what his target demographic is. That's something I've always tried to figure out. Is it young girls, boys, or older women, older men? That's something that's a little bit pothole for me. Before the Euros, his name is Jack. She was a minor. Go to jail. Alright, Trevilock, I'm coming back for you.
And this unit here, this measures the level of red variant Trevilock in that area that he is harvesting at that one particular time. The level is monitored here and it connects with this unit here. The two units connect together, and when they connect together, they sort of infuse into the operator's working environment. So all the information...
You've understood it so far. The Paul Hind is off his head, but a good off his head. He explains it to us like we're 5. ChatGPT, explain Paul Hind like I'm 5.
Energy, more energy. Woo. More passion, more passion, more passion. Woo. More passion, more passion, more passion. Woo. More energy, more energy, more energy. Boop. More energy, more energy, more energy. Boop. Or, hi.
It keeps going. I believe that there is this thing that Paul has signed up for. I think there is a quota. And if he doesn't meet it by the end of the day, he has to dress up in women's clothes. Paul, he can wear whatever he wants. But sometimes you must think, why this abrasive transition into wearing women's clothes? I believe that one day he failed to meet the quota and the TikTok gods were like, well, you want to get a second chance? So put on that vest and then do this dance. It gives Paul Breach the reputation he will never get back. He had a controversial beginning on TikTok anyway. Like, I don't know. I think he made somebody really young pregnant and it kind of went downhill from there. I don't know. Something like that. Might I beg you for your attention for Paul Hind? Because Paul Hind is unapologetically himself. He is a man who I can go get a Big Mac with and not feel judged in any way. And he won't fucking start doing dances.
This is known as the apple of Kodama. Now, the apple of Kodama, when combined with the 64646/.b, improves it immensely. The apple of Kodama comes from the system of Giramakoto 64234924321 of the 6664/.b 2323x1. We believe it is this unit.
Love it. 646464.b. These gun names, they're better than AK-47. Fucking loser. Use the 646464.b. It's great, more or less. I love these just so much.
The problem is with this unit is a newly developed unit. It's actually a Trevilock detector, but it's also a communications unit for me to communicate with the Domino commander of the light, the burglar of light, of course. But it hasn't been secured in place. That should be alright. And as long as it collects the signals from the Gotamar system, we'll be fine. But
can I do a breakdown of this costume real quick? So I believe that's a Hoover attachment with a CD, water pistol, and an apple. You give this man anything, and he'll turn it into like a Fisher-Price costume, where you can get like a full understanding of this guy's fantasy. I love hearing more about Trevilock. I really do. It's like the most interesting thing. There's no TV show right now better than this guy. I'm just saying that.
More energy, more energy, more energy. Woo. This is what happens when I'm bored in a train station.
I want to know the destination. Where does Paul Breach go? If he makes, and it's probably a killing, probably makes a good living off of TikTok, where the hell is he going? He's not going to Malibu. It just seems that he's in a different place every day. Fair enough, you don't want to be tied down to a mortgage and rent and stuff. You want to be free, like a bird, in a dress. In a dress. Without an address. There you go. So I want to know where he's going. This is the one where we really get to know Paul Breach. We get to see him for who he is. Here we go. Let's hear from the man himself, Theo Baker.
I love how everybody grows a pair when they get into a comment section on the internet. A friend of mine went live with a creator that you don't like last night, popped into the box, gave her a bit of words and advice, and then you gave her loads of hate. Gave her hate in the live because she spoke to somebody that you don't like. Didums. It's an upsetting world, isn't it? Crikey, the world is so drastically unhappy. I tell you what. Behave yourselves. Live.
The context is needed here, and I'm fucking losing the will to live. Just like I don't know what he's talking about. You're having a live stream, and then your guest on the live stream is someone hated. Well, there's gonna be hate. Am I right? You are a YouTuber, TikToker, Snapchatter, anything, and you make content where you are baiting people to hate. Okay, more or less for your political views, more or less for your just the way you act, or anything. Your characteristics, they attract a certain crowd. And if you're going on a live stream and you're inviting a guest that is known for hate no matter what it is, okay, it's gonna come, all right? So that's my 2 cents, I guess.
Live a little. Concentrate on your own existences. Like, what are you gonna do? You see Marjorie speaking to Malcolm in the middle of the high street. You're gonna wait for Marjorie to disappear, and you're all gonna go over to Malcolm and go, I can't believe you were speaking to Marjorie. We've told you as a collective we don't like Marjorie, and now we've got you. No, you're not. You're not going to do that at all. You're going to leave Marjorie and Malcolm to do what they want to do in the real world, in the real life. Live your lives. Don't live concentrating on other people and what...
I get that he's talking about a subject or a topic where people do generally just go for hate, and they will go to comment sections and just rival up some kind of form of hate. But it's ironic coming from him when he's telling these people to live a little, breathe, or whatever the fuck. You're not calling them out, Paul. You're not even calling out anyone. You're calling out a collective of people that come and go into a certain space, and it's different every time. It's different haters, different people. People will most likely, in a live stream, for 10 minutes, they'll watch the live stream. Oh, what a fat cunt, or some shit like that. And then 10 minutes later, they'll put their phone down, or they'll swipe, and it will never see your live stream until you make a new one. I'm not speaking from experience here. I do see it. I'll go on a live stream. Some people join, say fat twat. 10 minutes later, they've left because they're getting on with their day. But naturally, they're a hater, and that person shouldn't have said that comment or reply or whatever. But that person wanted to make a point. Someone like Paul Breach is now announcing it, giving these people a sense of worth. Yes, these people need to be eradicated, but also you won't solve the problem by saying the problem. You know, you need to do something like ban them or moderate better. You know, there's things like that in system to help you. I just find it really rich coming from him.
If they choose to like someone, oh my gosh, they can do that because they're able to think for themselves. They don't need you to tell them who to talk to, when to talk to them, and how to talk to them. They're making informed decisions for themselves. Think for yourself, let them think for themselves, and be happy. This will make no difference because you are stuck in your own mentalities and doing what you want to do. But, hey,
the reason why I hate what he just said was because it proves the generational gap between Paul and his viewers. The reason why these people are saying these things is because A, they just generally dislike you, and that's what happened on my videos. It's what happened on everyone's videos. You always get haters, and you're never gonna get through to them because guess what? That's not how it works. Do you know how you solve it? You ban them, okay? You get rid of them, you block them. And if you block them and they come back, you block them again because it is a rinse and repeat cycle. You're never gonna eradicate these people. It will keep coming and coming. And the reason why I say generational gap is because for Paul, it is so simple. Be happy. All right, fucking hell. Can you prescribe me something, please? It's not simple like that. If you are telling these people to be happy, all right, they're gonna do the opposite. Right, so I've obviously been pissed off at Paul Breach all day. I don't know what it is about him that is just so disliked. Maybe it's the fact that he does fucking cringy ass content. Sewage water. Like I was saying earlier, I like to use in these comparison videos a piece of material that brings me back down to life, being like, hey, not everyone's like that. Well, that's where I say, let's watch some Paul Hind. Okay, the last one, just so that me and you can be like, oh, okay, this is reality. In comparison to Paul Breach, he is normal.
I don't know if you can see, well, you should be able to see very, very far in the distance. You can see that. They're moving very slowly. They are actually harvesting Trevillock. So I have to stand here. I would show you closer, but I can't get too close for safety purposes, safety reasons. The Galaxy Commander would go crazy if he knew I was getting any closer to Trevillock harvesting operation, because it is very dangerous. I mean, the operator will be fully protected against Trevillock doing the harvesting.
When you give the quiet kid some time to talk, right? Talk about their love for things, their ambitions, everything, and what comes out their mouth is like, oh, okay, tell me more. That's what I think about with this guy.
Obviously, for safety procedures and for his own safety. Of course, and the Trevillock Council is in uproar recently because people have been harvesting Trevillock without the proper PPE equipment. So the operator here will be shielded from the dangerous, well, it'll be red. This will be red area in Trevillock, I can imagine. I can just tell by looking across. So this will probably take about 450,000 centuries to fully harvest this area.
It's like it's not even that taxing for this guy because you just know that he's doing it impromptu. It's how he carries himself. It also is. Did you know about that Trevillock over there? Fuck me, it's gonna take a long time to harvest that. I wonder if Trevillock is ethical, because if we could go from blood diamonds to Trevillock, I think that would be quite a revolutionary thing. The last TikTok is gonna piss you off because it's Paul Breach.
Good morning. I hope you're doing well. I've seen a tiny screenshot of a video from me yesterday waiting outside the Maritime Museum in Liverpool. I've got no issue with people recording me. No issue with people taking photos of me. No issue with people coming saying hi and asking for a chat. The only issue I have is the fictitious stories or just the lies that you make up of that moment.
Fair enough. Nobody wants a fake story about them. So how does Paul Breach carry himself throughout this TikTok? Let's find out. Let's see what buffoonery there is on the playing field.
Small, tiny, really insignificant lie about our interaction, whereas I've seen some more where it's just completely blown out the water, crazy stuff. What actually happened and is a tiny nun thing, is at the Maritime Museum yesterday. The fire alarms went off, so they evacuated everybody. And we're waiting outside. There's me, obviously, waiting outside. And a family approach, and I hear them talking, so I turn and tell them we're waiting outside because of said fire.
Where is this going? So you're at the Maritime fucking something in Liverpool, and you said at the beginning of the video people were recording you. Get to the point. Why are you talking to this family and telling them there's a fire alarm? Where is this going?
Fire alarm going off, and I don't know how long we're gonna wait for. When the video gets posted, and you, young lady, yes, I did see your mouth drop wide because I've come over and spoken to you about the said evacuation of the museum. And you've posted, I've come over and told you the museum opens in 5 minutes. No, because I didn't say that. Did it?
Right, okay. So I'd love the perspective of the girl.
The amount of videos I see with this tiny thing or massive thing or huge explosion of what did Paul do? Oh my days. When it's not true, is it? I didn't say those words. I hope you had a lovely time in Liverpool with your family. I've not seen the video and I've not seen the comment section, but I know it's gone crazy because you videoed Paul in the wild.
Yeah, that is a bit of a weird series that sometimes will crop up and be like, Paul in the wild. It'll literally be Paul on an escalator. The man's just living his life and he makes the most strangest TikTok content, but hey, it gets views, it pays the bills, and probably lives quite a good life. Again, that's a weird series I just see randomly on my For You page of Paul in the wild. It's such a weird thing.
Some of you need to start telling the truth for once. Some of you need to be honest on the internet. Don't just try and do things for your 5 seconds in front of the camera, your 5 minutes of fame, your, oh, I'm so popular. Try telling the truth for once. Again, it's only a tiny, insignificant falsehood of what I said.
The way it works is that if you're doing it online and people generally don't like you, they will use anything against you. And I don't know why that isn't obvious for Paul. Something that's really meta and ironic I've always seen with the internet is if you address an issue, whether it's good or bad, just makes it worse. Something so simple as this is like Paul Breach should literally just brush it off his shoulder. And don't even make a video about this. In some way, he kind of leads into the controversy of himself. And I don't entirely know if he's doing it intentionally, but one thing is for sure, that no matter what Paul Breach talks about, it's bad, because he has just gained a reputation online where anything he does is cursed. Paul Hine! Yay! Paul Hine! Everyone loves Paul Hine! Trevor Lock for the win, my boy! Hashtag Trevor Lock on the forehead. Hashtag Trevor Lock on the inner lip. Oh, yes! Thank you guys so much for watching this Paul Off. I've been your boy, Duff Flaming. If you enjoy videos like these, don't smash that like button and subscribe down below. Plenty more videos like this on the way, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.